All right, everybody, welcome back. Hope everybody's having a fantastic day. Today, we're going to have some fun. We're going to do some teaching in a way that most people probably wouldn't think to do. Growing up, my mom always said that she wished she had more time with her dad to do things that he was doing, both when he was working on his cars and other things that back then would be considered manly, or that only the boys would do, only the boys would learn how to do. Well, it's 2020, that needs to change. So today we're going to work with Brielle, and we're going to learn how to do some mechanics. I'm by no means am I even close to professional mechanic, and as you'll see, I don't even have the right tools to do a lot of what I do, but we're going to teach her a few things. First off is basics. How to take the tire off so you could change it if you needed to. But then we're also going to get a little deeper into the brakes because the Jeep's been having apparently some squeaky brakes. So we're going to look into that, see what it might be, and teach Brielle kind of how the brakes work in a 9-year-old's perspective anyways. It's going to be a lot of fun. We're going to get a lot of teaching done, and I hope this helps a lot of people. Not just kids, not just girls. There's lots of adults out there that don't even know how to do this stuff. So we're going to hopefully help lots of people with this one. Let's get right into it, guys. So first we got to put the jack under. And we got to get to the right spot, which is going to be right there. So let's set this down.
It's me doing this. It's not going to be great.
Hey, you got to learn somewhere, kiddo.
I can't even push it.
So now you're going to take this pole and pull down. Oh, you're doing it. You got it.
I don't want to.
Keep going.
This will be my workout.
Just go slow once you get to the top so we can line it up and make sure it's all straight.
I don't know how far I am.
You're doing fine. Tell you when you're almost there.
Am I almost there?
All right. So now go slow. Let's get these people back under here so you kind of see where we're going with this. And that's pretty dead on. So go up just a little more. Keep going. All right, so now you're touching the metal. So we're good to go. Start bringing it up. Let's just get it so it starts to lift the car a little bit. Don't want to go too high till we get the tire loosened. So now we're going to work on getting the tire loosened. It's a square. You want to get the smaller. See how there's two different sides? There's a square side and then a bigger side.
Yeah.
Look, oh, bigger side, square side. You want the square side to go on there. It's going to be kind of hard because there's a little bit of a bubble there that keeps it on. Whoops. Another try. It's okay if you can't get it. You can always ask for help.
Help me.
All right.
Can you even get it?
There we go. All right, now I need to put it on the lug nuts. These are lug nuts right here, okay? This is what holds your tire on. So we're going to put it on, one of them, whichever one, but you want to make it, you're going to be pushing down on this. So you're going to want, oh, hold on. Nope, you want to take it out and make it so the bar is up here so that it's easier to push down. Because you can put your weight into pushing it down. You're going to push down as far to the end as you can to give yourself more leverage.
I can't.
You want me to loosen them and then you can do the rest after?
Yeah, please.
All right.
Lefty loosey, righty tighty.
There we go. Loosen up these lug nuts now. Now that we're going the right direction. Won't be as hard.
Watch him fall on his face.
I'm trying to teach you a skill, bro.
You didn't do that one, you skipped it.
I know.
like you're playing Mario and you're jumping up.
All right. So now that we have those loosened, we got to jack the car up so that the tire is no longer touching the ground. Come back over to the jack. Let's jack it up till we see the tire come off the ground.
It's me.
Yep.
Bring it.
You're doing great. Might get a little hard as you get more weight on there.
Hey, at least I need it.
And you also want to keep watching.
Can you watch it for me?
Listen, you want to keep watching to make sure that everything looks like it was when you started. Okay.
Is it up yet?
Nope. It's going to take a bit. You got to let the suspension come up.
Can you do that?
You're doing fine. Just keep going. All right, you hear that start to move?
Yeah.
This is a good time to stop and just double check, make sure everything looks good, because once it comes up, the only way back is down. So keep going up a little more.
Up.
Well, as in push the jack up.
Keep going.
Yep, let it come back up. Back down. Now you see how the car kind of moved a little bit?
Yeah.
So that means the tire's almost off the ground. So we're going to go back up. Let it go all the way up. It's easier to pull down. Down. All right, we're almost there. Now, if you look under that tire, does it look like it's off the ground all the way?
Yeah.
All right, you sure?
Yeah, it's like
Try to spin the tire. All right, the tire, it won't spin all the way. But at least it's moving, so that means it's not touching the ground. So now we need to put our safety in check. That's where our jack stand's gonna come in. So we need to find a place under the car to put this so that if the regular jack fails, this will keep it from falling. All right, so it's not the best spot to put that, but if there's an emergency and the regular jack fails, that will catch the car so it doesn't do any damage of it falling all the way to the ground.
Which mommy would be.
So now we're gonna go back and we're gonna take the tire all the way off. This part Brielle can do because they're nice and loose. So take that and put it on the lug, and you're gonna turn it toward the back. Yep. Yep. Okay, now don't take it all the way off. Now go diagonal to another one. Take it out. Yep. Pick one that's not the one next to it. Any other one. Okay. Now make it flat up against the tire. Keep going. No, don't try to turn it. Make the bar flat with the tire. Like when I was taking them off. There you go. Now pull up. There you go. Okay, that's good. Now go to another one. Remember, not the one next to it. Yep.
That good?
Yep. Now the last one.
No, this one.
Oh. Okay. You want to take them off and put them back on evenly so that you don't cause any damage and everything stays nice and equal. There you go. So now you can have it whatever way you want, and just actually you can use your fingers and twist them all off.
Now this video is about me learning how to do it because I'm only 9 and I have no idea what the heck to do. So.
And there's no reason girls can't know this stuff.
Exactly.
You never know when you might be in a situation where you gotta know how to change a tire, or in this case, check the brakes.
Yeah, if you have a flat tire, you never know when you're gonna need it.
Exactly.
Changed.
And now you'll know how.
Don't all cars have a spare tire?
Usually. Some have different forms of spare tires. Not quite. Some are smaller than the regular tires. Some are.
Mommy has hers underneath.
I think
Had hers underneath.
No, I think it's in the trunk, under the floor of the trunk.
I see.
If you take all the stuff out.
I'm good.
Alright. Now, might have to hit this a few times. Yep.
And she's
Comes
coming
right
off.
Set this off to the side. Some people also put the tire underneath everything to kind of give it a little more safety, but could also ruin your tire doing that too, so we're not going to do that way. So now we can go over what is under here. This right here is going to be your disc brake. This right here is your rotor. This black thing way in here is your actual brake pad. When you push the brake pedal, this squeezes.
It tightens up.
And it tightens the brake pads against the disc. The actual rotor itself, that's what this is called, rotor. So as you can see, it is a little bit of, yeah, it's rusty down here. It's starting to get a little lip up here, but there's still quite a bit of pad that's hitting. So this should be replaced. I'm not really sure what happened there. That just looks like grease or something they got on, probably from the road. And this is what your tire was on, and then your lug nuts went on here to hold it in. Yeah, see, it's all grease from something. All right. So what's happening is Mommy's brakes are squeaking.
This hurts.
And it seems like it's coming from this side because this uneven wear is only on this one. So what we're going to do is take this caliper off. We're going to check the slide to make sure, or the pins to make sure it's sliding correctly. Because when this squeezes, it slides the pin inside of here, which is inside of this part right here.
That's why we're going to use this.
So we're going to start with our hex key, whatever this thing's called. And inside of here, there's some bolts. Hope we're going the right direction. It's going to be hard for you to get in here. A little bit of a tight squeeze, but we'll get it. So we're going to do that, break it off, kind of get it loosened up a little bit.
And this will be all the things.
And then there's another one. Let's see here. Another one's right there. Alright, so I can't get to the bottom one because there's not enough room to get this in here. And, well, I ain't got the money to get the right tool. So we're going to take the top one out. We're going to loosen this one up. This clip right here needs to come out first. So we're going to take that out. Just kind of have to
Force it.
Yeah. Not a lot of stuff on cars you have to force, but
This is probably one of them.
if you take care of them, you don't have to force them. This part, its job is to not come out, so we are going to convince it otherwise. Alright. I'm sure there's a much easier way to do that, but that's the way we did it. Slimy from the grease that's in there.
Daddy, where's the grease
There
from?
we go. Well, there's the pin that we wanted to check. You can see all that black on there. We'll clean that off and get some better lubrication on there. Alright, so I don't have a tool that I can get between here, it's kind of hard to see, and this Torx head. So we're going to use some of this action. It's not a very tight bolt anyway, so should be able to do this. Kind of hard to see in there, guys. Just gonna work it out. All right. So here. The bottom one, same, not too bad, definitely dry though. All right, let's check the rest of the brake here. Now we can get it off here. Sometimes you have to put the screwdriver in here, pop it out, but this one's coming out pretty easy. So you can see definitely plenty of pad on there. Just gonna kind of set this up here where it's not gonna fall. So, check this one. Yeah, you can see not wearing very well up there on this whole top. That's if you can kind of see how it's angled right there, so that's fine. Same with the top. Alright, the rotor looks alright. I mean, nothing I would, some weird marks right there. Alright, let's put this one back in. Alright, so a little easier to explain it with this out. When you push your brakes, there's a cylinder in here that pushes fluid out. When the fluid pushes it out, it moves this cylinder in here, which then squeezes this pad and this pad, kind of squeezes them together around the rotor. So, but in order to do that correctly, the pins that go in here have to be sliding pretty freely so this whole mechanism can move. So that's what we're checking for, because we know the pads are fine, we know the rotor's good enough, and we haven't been losing any brake pressure or brake fluid. Which, that's one thing I forgot to mention. I did remove the cap in case I had to, or the cap on the reservoir for the brake fluid in case I had to push this in and out, which I do not. So, alright, we'll put this back on and then we'll get the pins lubed up. And it's kind of hard to see, but if you look in there, there's nothing inside of these holes that are of any concern at this time. No debris, nothing like that. Alright, so let's put this back on. One-handed is not the easiest.
Can I help you?
Alright, so that's on for now. Now we need to get a cloth so we can wipe these off and get them cleaned up.
I'll just go
Let's see what it is first. Hold on. Alright, so you're going to take that cloth, kind of wipe it all the way around, try to get all that stuff off there.
There's a clump right there.
That's alright, get it all off. Only thing that should be left is metal.
Oh yeah, it's made of metal.
Probably aluminum. Same thing though, it's a metal.
Different kind of not the same.
You don't have to necessarily worry about those threads, just the smooth part. You can still wipe off the threads, but just to make sure nothing gets in there. But.
Come on, stop it.
Alright, now we're going to put some, what do we got here? Sil Glide brake lubricant, stop brake noise, caliper slides, yada yada. So we're going to put some of that on there. Spread it all around that whole shiny part.
I can't get it off.
Just push it right down nice and hard. There you go.
Sisters.
Yeah, it can be thick. You don't have to let it be kind of globby.
Stink. Yeah.
Sure?
Yeah.
Alright. So now, we're going to take that, put it back in here. This is the bottom one that's kind of a pink. Alright, this one you should be able to see better. Maybe not. Maybe it's still dark.
Now see, this is the fun stuff, kinda.
Might have to wiggle it a little bit, get it in there. Alright. Now, I gotta tighten them back up. And start with the bottom one. Alright, snug it up. Not too tight.
I'd have to be holding them out.
I don't know. Alright, now all those are tight. We can take this. Put it back in. Hopefully it goes back on easier than it came out. Probably not. Probably gonna lose a finger. Not really. Don't worry, wife. This is very safe. Ha! Look at that. Perfect. All right. Here. All right. All we got left to do is put the tire back on, and then we're done. Let's get stuff cleaned out of the way. I'm going to put the tire back. Just like when we took it off, we're going to go diagonal. We're just going to get it just tight a little bit, not too tight. We'll do them all at the same rate. Make sure the tires stay nice and tight in there, up against the rotor. Alright, now we let it down and then we can torque them up. Alright, take that one out. And this one, slowly, that didn't work out very slow. Now the tire is actually on the ground. I'll finish tightening these up. Alright. Finish letting it down. Slow again. It'll let you go slow. And down. Alright. Now we just gotta clean up. And then torque that to the whatever the factory tells us to do.